What's going on, creatives? Welcome to another episode of Grids and Guides podcast. I'm one of two hosts. I go by the name Vinz, and I'm not here alone. I'm also joined with the main man,
Philly.
Yeah, we're back with another episode. Thank you for tuning back in. As you know, it's not just us two as creatives. We always bring some form of talent or influential figure to the platform. We're with the man, the myth, the legend himself. Goes by the name Tashan. Welcome to the podcast, Tash.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming down, man. It's been a while. We've been trying to sort this out to get you down, but we're here now, live and direct. So yeah, how's everything going for yourself at the moment?
Very good at the moment, yeah. Very busy, doing a lot of different things, so yeah.
Yeah, I can see
it continues.
You're posting a lot of content recently, like explaining the whole process. I think it's helpful, especially when you have a space to kind of let people know when you're in this space, this is how you use it, this is how you can use it to its best ability.
Yeah.
And you're kind of like opening people up to see, oh, I can do that there. I can do. But then speaking about your spaces, would you like to explain the name of your space and how you even went about getting it?
So I run Illimitable Spaces, which is a photography and film studio in Birmingham City Centre. And I also run marketing agency Click Visuals, and then Click Graphy, which is like my more photo-centric page. Yeah.
Which one would you say you have more focus on at the moment, or is it just
at the moment it's split focus, to be fair? Yeah, because the content that I do started the content doing it for the studio, so it's like explaining different things so people know, oh, this is how I get this lighting set up, this is how I can use this is how I can get this, and it's like, oh, if you learn that from me, then hopefully you choose to use my studio kind of thing. So yeah, that's how it kind of started, and then it just like started going so well that I just started expanding the content and just doing more bits and stuff.
Because I was just about to say, like, since you have been doing it, have you been getting more bookings? But you kind of just answered that question now.
Yeah.
So for you, do you feel like content is a big thing in business as a creative today? Yeah,
I think today, like, content's like one of the main things you need to be doing, because if nobody sees you, then they can't buy from you, and you can't develop anything. Like, people need to see what you're doing and they want to know who you are, because obviously I do marketing, so even though you in this world of AI and people trying to create like brands and stuff, people buy from people still to this day.
Exactly that.
So yeah, when they identify with a person, they're like, oh, I'm gonna just go to him.
Facts. So you hear that, people like to know who you are as a creative. They want to know who you are, what you're about. That's what people buy into more so. Don't be worried about the whole AI stuff. Like, people want real people to speak to and work with. Like, speaking on AI, do you feel like AI has had a big impact on your work?
So yes and no. In terms of the creative work, it's had a bit of an impact. I'd say about 20-25% impact. I think the main AI impact for me is the editing side of stuff. So like the photo editing, like I use a program called Envato, which speeds up picture editing literally by like a couple 100% kind of thing. Yeah, because before in Photoshop I had to like, having to make a layer, then create the gradient blur for the face and this and that, and it's like now I can just like press a dial and it recognizes the face and it kind of does it. And the same with video editing, like audio processing, you've got like AI, voice isolation, things like that. So it speeds the post process up. But in terms of when I'm actually working, I don't really be using AI things, apart from Sony cameras now have like AI autofocus, so it locks on a lot quicker and easier. Okay. So yeah, other than that. But I think like like just proposals, ideation, that kind of thing, that is, I think, where it's massive. Because like I'm an educated person, but English isn't like much like writing professional emails and things like that.
Creatives, bro, like
so now it's like, oh, I write what I want to say, and then the AI touches it up so it sounds more professional.
Exactly, and I think that's what a lot of creatives are using AI for as well, because like we haven't got the time to be overthinking words. Like we're more visual people in it, so AI does help in those type of ways. And like you said, you've been using it as a tool to kind of speed up your whole work process. Yeah. Like now, when you got edit something now, it's cut down that work time by probably half now. Yeah. Because you've got the AI tools to assist you.
Yeah. But I think in terms of like the messaging side of stuff, I think it's being overused.
Yeah.
So like a lot of, everyone's getting these messages and emails that sound all professional, and it's like everyone knows it's AI. So now it's actually advantageous for you to go the opposite way. So I've had some like big like marketing clients that went, we need content for our clothing brand or this, and like message me like, hey bro, can I do this? So I'm not then gonna be like, let me send back a like crazy professional message. I'm like, yeah, what's going on, bro? Yeah, X, Y, Z. Yeah.
I feel like when you do just have the conversation like that as well, it's more real and it's more authentic. Like they're gonna be able to pick up if you've just AI'd it, because I'm sure we all know, like when, let's say, LinkedIn or certain even Instagram posts, you can read it and how it's set out, it's like, it's clearly AI post.
When I message you, you know it's not AI because it don't have no
hyphens,
punctuation mark, no grammar.
Or like random emojis at the start and your bullet points and stuff.
Before we get into all of that though, take us back to like foundation days. How did you get into being a creative?
Okay, so school days, I would say maybe started like mid to end of school, and it was mainly music back then. So I used to like produce music, and then I started a music studio with a friend in his bedroom. So we just like bought the equipment and started recording artists and stuff like that. So we used to engineer and produce.
What type of music was it?
So back then it was like bassline and funky house.
Oh, okay.
Those
So
kind of beats.
I thought you were gonna say grime, you know. Okay.
Have you still got access to some of them?
Yeah, some of them, I
I
got
wanna
like
have a
my old
listen.
SoundCloud page and stuff, and like some neo soul beats and stuff.
What name did you go by?
Click.
Click.
So
okay.
Click name has
evolved over time,
innit?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look into that. I want to hear like what your sound was, because I don't think I knew that. So that you made music.
So that's a Grids and Guys exclusive day.
You heard it here first, people.
So in terms of like picking up a camera, from producing, how did you transcend into that?
So literally a few of the artists were recording in the studio. They was like, do you know, I want to do music videos and stuff like that. And I was like, and me and my friend Jamal, he's my business partner in the studio today. He was like, we should be able to do that. Let's buy a camera and start shooting music videos. And then,
just that simple.
Yeah, we got a Canon 550D at the time, which was a lot of people's first cameras back then.
Yeah, mine was a 450D.
And and then literally I used to work in my school. They used to do like a holiday program. So literally used to work in the holiday program on the school holidays and stuff, and then use that money to buy a first camera. And then
Easy.
So who was the first artist that you recorded?
I'm trying to think. I think there was a guy called A-Dot at the time, and he used to record in our studio. And we got the camera, and we just did it for free. We were just like, let's do it so we can show people that we can make a music video. And then did it in like the stairwell of this building, and then outside, and these little bits, just putting clips together. Using Final Cut Pro 7 at the time.
But cracked version.
you know what it straight off the
them days there, you know.
Trust me. That's how we all started, man. Trust me.
Nah, for real, it's true.
So from the music and seeing that you can now create music videos and whatnot, how did the like photography and visuals, how did that break away from music? Did you decide, okay, the music's not really bringing the income in and it's more the visual side? Like, how did you break?
I think I just ended up getting more interested in like photo and video than the music side of stuff. So I think the main, like, I would say probably driver is like, so my sixth form prom, at that point I had the camera and was doing the studio thing, and then my sixth form prom was looking for like a photographer to do the thing. I was like on the prom committee or whatever. And I was thinking, I got a camera, like we can just do the photos and stuff. So we literally did the photos for free, taking pictures, a few videos and stuff on the night. And then after, we burnt that on a CD and we started selling them for like £5 a piece, or like £10 for free if you wanted to send it to your auntie or whatever. And then we started sending it to people. I think we ended up making like a good £300-400. And it was like, yo, this
this makes
this
sense.
stuff can sell as well. So and then just doing odd jobs in here and there, and then ended up just like some clothing brands and certain businesses. Did like a few like content, because this was like early social media time, so it was like a few video content and pictures for people. And then it was like, I've always been interested in like advertisement and marketing anyway. Like when I see a nice like like a funny ad that kind of connects, I'm like,
appreciate
that's a good
it.
advert.
Yeah. Same.
So then it just started going into the more marketing side of stuff.
So like, who would you say the biggest client that you've worked with for marketing so far?
So for myself, for marketing, it's more like small to medium brands, clothing companies, stuff like that. I work with like other agencies as well. So like the bigger, like the way the industry works sometimes, like the bigger agencies get a job, and then they kind of
look for the freelance.
Then they're like, I need this production company to make this and stuff like that. So like I did like a ad thing with like Coca-Cola and View Cinema, I think it was one of the Ant-Mans that were coming out, and they were building like an installation in one of the cinemas in London.
Easy.
Did bits like that. And
so talk us through that then. Like, you worked with Coca-Cola's a big brand, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, was there any NDAs that you had to sign before you could do that?
Not particularly. So I wasn't actually working for Coca-Cola. I was working
the
for
marketing
the
agency.
That got the contract with them, kind of thing.
So like, how was that process for you? Like, did they reach out to you, or did they like headhunt you and see your work and like, we want to work with them, or did you kind of pitch the idea to them?
No, so it's through one of my other connections. So, we did work for her because she does like ideation, visual work and stuff, and we do like, if she needs a camera person, she would like hire me or us, kind of thing. And then that's how we ended up filming and doing that kind of stuff. And then through another person called Hamza Productions, used to do a show on YouTube called Bad Man. And then I think Google sponsored him to do some like short films on certain topics and stuff. And then through another friend, Theo Johnson, who I still work with to this day.
Big up Theo.
He was like, I know people that can film it. So then we filmed like about 2 or 3 short films for a thing called, I think it was Google Garage at the time it was called, which was like a creators thing. So it was literally on like, when you went on YouTube or Google, it was like literally at the top.
No way.
Things, yeah.
How did that feel?
That felt good, like being able to be part of something with a bigger brand, but it was like, I think the actual films themselves I thought was good as well. So I was happy with like what we actually created at the time as well.
Now it sounds like you've done quite a few interesting things, and I saw you've done interesting things. So you was on a private jet with Theo recently as well. Like, that just looks like a mad experience. So let's talk us through that. Like, how did that feel for you? Like, having that experience, and obviously you're doing it with friends that you've probably went to school with, in it. So like, being able to go through that whole journey to like, yo lads, like, look where we are now, look what we're doing. Like, talk us through that, like how it makes you feel and what you've experienced through your journey.
That's the whole documentary side of stuff that I've been doing is like literally a crazy experience, like things that I may not have thought I would be doing, because a private jet was on my bucket list. So getting to go on one was nice. But that's like a documentary project I'm doing through Theo Johnson. So it's like almost like a highlighting certain people, like rags to riches kind of stories. We traveled to Dubai to do one, traveled to America. So the American one, part of it was in Tennessee and then part of it was in Miami. And then so that went really good. And so the experiences, like the places, the restaurants, because obviously you're kind of filming their lifestyle, so I'm kind of being able to be part of that lifestyle for a bit, like the yachts and the private islands and stuff.
I know man had the blowy shirt, the Miami voice.
By City.
The shades under that.
Right. Did it feel weird going from that, coming back to obviously back in Birmingham and then the usual day to day?
I'm used to it. So everyone like feels in the creative industry, you're gonna work with this one client and then it's just gonna blow, and now you're only working with like top tier A-class clients, and that's not how it works. You work with that client, then you're doing the day-to-day, which is still fun and exciting to do, and then you get another one doing it with them. But the thing is, like, a lot of them bigger ones come from the smaller things, because a lot of people see the smaller bits that I do and they're like, that looks good, can I get you to do this? It's not just it's a up and down.
And that's I think that's a big reality in the creative scene. Like, everything isn't always going to be big clients. Like, sometimes those small clients and the work that you've done with smaller clients will get you the big work. It's just about just being consistent, enjoying the craft.
Yeah.
Like you never that big client might, you know, get you a couple more views, but it doesn't mean it's going to change like the money that you're earning. Like whereas smaller clients will constantly come back and.
Yeah.
But again, sometimes for some people they do get that one big client and it just changes everything.
Yeah. And I'm like a 50-50. I'm like a 50% creative, 50% business person.
Yeah.
So it's like the creative side of things. These big clients are good, but they're coming with a brief. This is what we want. Whereas the smaller clients, it's like, we want to kind of get this, but obviously you're the guy that knows the stuff. So then you get to actually put your flair on what you're doing as well.
Nah, for real. Because then again, I feel like with those type of clients, they know your creative ability. So it's like, I believe and I trust in you.
Yeah.
You tell me what we need to do. Like they might have a little small few things where it's like, hey, we need to show this, but you're the professional in it.
Yeah.
That you do your thing, and I think that's when they get the best out of us as well.
Yeah.
Like we've said before, as long as there's a bit of structure to what's needed, it's like, we can be as creative as you want, but
and it can be more fulfilling in that sense, because it's like certain like the smaller brands that come into for marketing and stuff, they don't know how social media works, they don't know how to grab attention and things like that. So it's like, you want to do this video, and I want to do like this 3-minute video that I'm hoping is gonna expand my client base. And it's like, one 3-minute video ain't gonna do that. I can promise. Like there's a lot of marketing agents out there that will lie to you and say, this video is gonna get you all the clients and this, but I'm just not. I've got my moral compass just won't let me lie.
Nah, for real.
So
because we care, innit? Like I actually want to see you do good. I want to see my content out there with you, and we're actually doing good. Yeah, what we're doing, like we're working together.
That also shows you expertise and that they're getting their money's worth as well, because you're actually giving them the right information rather than just taking their money and just leaving them with nothing. Yeah, and that will keep customers coming back to you as well. And I was gonna say, it's never good to just rely on one client. Yeah, because if they're busy or they go to someone else temporarily, you've got nothing. Yeah. So you always still have to bring through the new up and coming businesses, give them the expertise. They're coming back. You got your big clients as well. Your big clients serve as like a portfolio piece as well. Yeah. They put something out there that you've created. Like you're saying, phone's ringing, emails are buzzing, you're getting the work consistently. So yeah. And the way marketing works these days, it's constant. Like I think I read a study the other day. It's like basically 11 pieces of content people need to see from you before they kind of can know who you are or identify with you. And then because of the attention spans these days, it's like that cycle's like every 90 days. So they needed to see like a good 10 pieces of content from you in the last 3 months for you to be in their mind to think, this person does that, let me do it. So it needs to be like a constant churn, which can be difficult at times, but
it's hard, bro. It's not easy at all. But again, I think once you plan and you just do things like you do a bulk of content, and then you just at least okay, I'm good for a good amount of time, and you just keep editing, putting it out. Then you do the same thing again, do a bulk of content. But then again, sometimes it's finding that time to sit down and edit things while you're out creating. Can be hard, but like you said, if you want to make that change, you've got to make that commitment, innit?
Yeah, and it's different to being like a freelancer and then having an agency, because like obviously I'm doing some work as like a freelancer, but I'm doing some work as an agency. So then obviously it's like maybe I'm there to film it on a day, but obviously then I've got another person filming or doing photos, and I've got another person editing part of it. So it's like it's a team effort, and I think if you, especially in the video side of stuff, I think you need to find a tribe and have like your people, because most of the time you can't do it by yourself, and it's about taking the work to get the bigger stuff as well. It's about taking the workload off the person that has to kind of do the logistics of it. So the person could, okay, I need a videographer, I need a photographer, I need this amount of edits, I need a location. So it's like I can either try and contact 30 people to try and get stuff like that, or I can call Tashan. He said, okay, yeah, I can get a photographer, I can get a videographer, I got editors, I know this location that you can use, X, Y, Z. And it's like, you've made my job like 10 times easier. Why not just go with this guy?
For real. You see, like when it comes to, I've seen, speaking about marketing, I've seen how you've got like ads. Yeah. And the ads are good because they're just coming up on my feed. And it's when I'm in the mood to even see something creative. So I've seen you just walking around the studio and whatnot. Talk us about, well, first and foremost, I'm intrigued to know about how people can book with you. So what's the process? Like if they wanted to get a photo shoot or a video shoot done? Is it just going on the website? Like, what happens?
Yeah, so the process tends to be either Instagram DM or an email or a phone call, because I'd say a big portion of my work comes from referrals. So it's people saying, oh, yeah, this is a guy, and then they either send me a message or, DM me. But a lot of it these days is like new clientele is Instagram.
Okay. Is it a case where, like, I don't know, you see like your different services?
Yeah.
They can just use the room themselves if they've got their own equipment, or do they come with the equipment? Or?
Yeah. So I literally run it as like completely separate businesses.
Right.
So it's like the studio stuff is like studio stuff. You go to the studio page, you're talking to the studio team. If you want marketing stuff, then it's Click Visuals page. You're talking to me and whoever. If it's just like, oh, I want like this photo shoot or this kind of thing, you can go to the Clickgraphy page. And people know me for different things. Like some people know I run the studio, but they don't necessarily know I do marketing stuff. And some people know I do marketing stuff and don't know that the studio that we're using is mine.
Okay, makes sense. How do you know what equipment? You see, when I'm looking at your studio and I'm seeing all this equipment, and I'm like, how did you even know to get the big lights? How did you even know to get that type of camera? Would you say you just kept upgrading, or how do you go about
it's
that?
partially just upgrading and then just constantly learning. So like YouTube is
gold.
Yeah, YouTube University. That's what I've come up with. Most of the stuff I've learned is from YouTube. Other creators create, and that's why I started my YouTube channel and started doing that kind of stuff and the educational content, because without a lot of these creators, I wouldn't know most of the stuff I know. So there's people out there now that want to get into it. So learn from me.
How are you finding being in the YouTube space?
So YouTube is, I think I started at the beginning of this year, more so properly. So it's not huge yet. Probably got like 100 odd subscribers and stuff. Views are going up slowly but surely. But for me, it's more the social media space or the Instagram space. That's where people probably more know me from.
Active.
Yeah.
As you know, YouTube's one of those slow games, and it's just like, as long as you're consistent and people can see they are posting quite a bit of content.
But I think it's four different things as well. So YouTube is for like building like deeper relationships with people. They watch longer content from you. Whereas the social media stuff is so people know who you are, and then them little tidbits to keep you in their mind for when they need work or they need this or they need a studio.
It's true, because Instagram's just like quick information, innit? Because you're just swiping. Whereas YouTube, it's something where you're going to sit down and watch a lot long form, even though you have shorts and stuff as well. But YouTube is more so when people want to just sit down and take in the information. So
but the social media bit is just is as important, if not more important, because if people don't get to know who you are, then they're not even in a position to start building a deeper relationship.
It's true. How are you finding running these three separate businesses?
So it can be, I'd say, difficult at times, just like time constraint. I don't know if it's this hustle culture that I grew up in, but I'm just a work 24/7 kind of person. But lucky in the sense that it all kind of connects. So like I run the studio, rent the studio out to people, but I also use the studio for my work. And then so bits like that. And then we rent equipment out as well to people that use the studio and people outside the studio. So it's all kind of in the same bubble, even though it's kind of separate things.
It all aligns. So when you're not actually doing there making money, you're still making money. Yeah. That's a good thing. That's a good thing about the studio. But again, it's not for everybody to run a studio, because it can be time constrained at times, because I have to be there for certain points, for certain hires and stuff. But normally I'm there anyway because I'm editing or doing work or whatever. So it can work out well because there's someone using the studio while I'm editing this project. But sometimes it's like, obviously that's again with the tribe, having a business partner helps. It's like, I've got this shoot on this day, but I'm supposed to be in the studio. Can you do that day? And vice versa. Going back to YouTube, what is your YouTube page?
Tashan Illimitable.
You hear that, people? And it's the great segue as well. I've got a YouTube page, and it's at V Design Studios. You see my vlogs up there. Just DM, collaborate, and make sure you check out Tashan's page as well. I'm going to take this time to tell you about the sponsors as well. As you can see, we've got the Jenna Juice from Jenna's Kitchen. It's just Sky Juice. And as you know, you'll see the email at the bottom of the screen. If you do want to promote your brand, your company, even if it's clothing, I'm a large, Philly's a large,
send it in, man.
You can advertise your brand on our podcast platform. Yeah, one of the things I do want to go into now is in terms of like clients.
Yeah.
How do you deal with like conflict within what you do? So let's say, for instance, unhappy customers. What's like if you you want to go into it, have you had like a bad experience with a customer, and how have you dealt with that?
So I've not had many bad experiences with customers. I've maybe had a few customers in the past where they're maybe a bit difficult to work with. Like, obviously I've got my policies, certain things, like obviously this is a deposit, this is how it works, and like I don't really stray from that policy, because I know of things and had like clients way back in the day like, they owe me this money, but they didn't pay it, and then it's like, it's not even worth my time to chase them for the money. Like, once I've chased you for that money, I could have made that money 10 times over in that space of time.
Yes, long.
So it's like, now I've got my process. Obviously, you pay this deposit and this, then before I send you the edits or whatever. Once they're done, before I send you them, then you pay the remainder. And after that, then I can do any like changes or anything you need.
Would you say those difficult customers and the experiences you've had have helped you keep things watertight within your business, like the process? Yeah,
because it's like, I don't stray from my process because I know why the process is there. If I just had the process, just pay it because I said, it's like, nah, this is protecting me and it's protecting you. That's why I didn't say, just send me all the money now, kind of thing. It's like, no, it's a fair exchange. So it's like, I'll get this up front because obviously we've got things to do and we're paying for things for your shoot. And then afterwards, then clients that are like, have been like crazy difficult or stuff, like, I just have to make sure I won't work with them no more. So it's like, if they message me, it's like, I'm busy, or I can't work with you. It's like, at some point, some clients just aren't worth the money.
It's true. Because you just know it's just going to be a headache, and you're going to go over budget because of the time that you're having to waste. With like, even just like responding or communicating with them.
But I think that's part of the reason of the having agency in life and having multiple customers, so I can just be like, no, I'm not going to work with that person, and it's not going to hurt me in any way. Whereas if I was relying on just one income source, it's like, now they want me to answer their phone calls. How can I say no because X, Y, Z? So it's like,
you feel pressured to do it then. So what you love becomes a burden. Yeah, man, for real, I hear that. You know what it is? I'm going to draw for the card. You see, when people see this white card, they know what time it is. So this card just represents things I've seen online that I think we should discuss and talk about. So, with this whole the AI stuff that's going on right now, I've seen a company, well, not even a company, it's like an app. It's called OpenClaw, for those who don't know. OpenClaw is an AI assistant. Now, my main thing is it's going to replace humans. Yeah, because I think we're on that kind of level where it's gonna. So basically, OpenClaw is an open source self-hosted AI agent. So it automates tasks by running locally on your computer. So a lot of businesses, they're purchasing Mac Minis. Have you seen the Mac Mini? They're getting them, and you see, like, you've got like chatbots. So if you're returning something on JD or ASOS, you're talking to this little personal assistant. Imagine that, but it's a computer. Like, it's a whole computer. It's not just like something application on a website. So businesses are buying these Mac Minis and they're using this to basically run all their like processes that staff would normally do. So we're getting into deep waters now because they could replace us. I saw a video which you're going to see on the screen now. There's a guy, he's got OpenClaw on his mobile. He's connected that to his Mac Mini, which is obviously connected to a screen. So he's just typing on like what looks like WhatsApp. He's giving commands to OpenClaw that can use Blender on his computer. Blender is like a 3D animation program for those who don't know. So he's typing in these commands and it's making this animation. This is in the space of a reel. So this is like within 10 seconds, it's created this animation and made it 3D. Crazy? You know what I'm saying? So you're getting, I don't know, £100 worth of money within like 10 seconds. That you would normally, it would probably take you like all day to do. You get me? What do we think of this? Do you think this is going to take over, or do you still think us as humans are needed?
So I think in the future, it could take over a lot more, but for the next few years, it's not. So it's like, it can't replace humans at the moment, even though obviously, I know I've got a few friends that run like an AI agency that they like build certain things for people. And it's, it can't take over humans because like the chatbots can be like, you can tell it to act like someone else and all of a sudden it's giving you crazy deals and saying crazy things. All this hallucination thing is normal, but I think it can enhance what a person does by like a few 100%. It can save you time.
Yeah.
So you can have more time to do other things. But I don't think it necessarily replaces people yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think
Because
I
like
agree
companies
with
like,
that still.
I think is it Kalana, which is like some sort of credit company, they like fired half their customer service team to replace it with AI, and the AI was messing about, and now they're having to like hire people back.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah.
I think it's one of those things where it's going to get better over time, like you said, so it won't be that situation yet. At the moment, it's going to have to need the human touch, let's say, to do the majority of what needs to be done, like to put the commands in place. But then I feel like over time, certain roles, you are going to like certain people will lose certain roles to AI, because the AI is going to probably do it quicker and it's going to be cheaper for the company, innit? But on a whole, as like you said, someone was using it for Blender, innit?
Yeah.
So as a creative, that's just going to save him time, innit? So like you were saying earlier, it just saves time. And I think, again, it still needs to get prompted to create what it's needed to create.
And you need to set it up as well.
But then it's a case, anyone can set that up. You don't actually have to be a designer to be able to use, to prompt and use Blender. So then it's like, you as a creative, what are people hiring you for?
But at the moment anyway, there is still adjustments you need to make to it.
Yeah.
Like most of it, yes, you can prompt it and do this, but this bit's off or that bit's off, and then you need to rejig it or reprompt it to get exactly what you want.
Yeah.
So it isn't necessarily just anybody. You can get like something decent. But I think like in the website space, I think it's more there because it's kind of working off templates. It's kind of, you can type what you need in, and then it can build you a very usable website. Whereas I think with certain creative bits, it don't work as well. And then again, it depends what you're doing and where you are. Because in the content space, people are realizing, again, because people buy from people, people don't trust the AI version of you. If you see a thing from AI, it's like, yeah, but you could be saying anything. You could be lying to me. You could be, at least if I see your face, you're scamming me personally, at very least. And if you're a big person with a brand, it's like, oh, at least I can trust you not to try and destroy your brand for a quick buck.
Yeah.
Even though some people do, but a lot of people won't want to destroy their name.
But you know, I saw a video the other day where a man was talking to a visual assistant, and it looked real. And the man was saying, "Nah, put your hand in front of your face."
I saw that.
If the AI is putting their hand in front of your face, it does something to the eyes.
Yeah.
So the man just wasn't doing it, and the man realised it was fake. But the AI system was arguing back, and he switched off the webcam thing.
Yeah,
it's crazy. It's crazy.
That's what I'm saying. I think for us, we'll be good for now still.
But I think everybody needs to start using AI to get as familiar as possible.
Yeah, I agree with that
it,
as well.
so you can use it because soon there'll be even jobs or whatever, and they'll want that AI element. So you're gonna have to use it for that.
I think that's the thing. It's just knowing how to prompt in it, because like we said, like we can all see people are using chat to create flyers, but because they don't know how to prompt it, they're all getting the same filtered, dead looking flyers. It's like, but if you give a creative the task to use chat to create a flyer, or to get elements to create a flyer, you're going to get a totally different outcome, because we know how to think as a creative and how that flyer should look, if that makes sense. Or if, let's say you wanted to even create let's say an AI image, you would know, okay, this type of lighting, I want the person to be facing this way and be doing, it's going to be a lot different to just asking Jill down the road, or create this type of image, and she ain't going to be able to do it.
And then as well, that's only one element of the whole thing. Because if you're, like, say, trying to promote an event, you need a flyer, but you can't just have a flyer. It needs to be other things as well. You need videos to talk about what's happening at the event. You need bits and bobs. It's like a whole thing that comes together to get people to come to your event.
Yes, all marketing, isn't it?
Yeah.
End of the day. Like, at the same time, I understand why people use it, to keep costs low, but at the same time, if you really care about your brand and the visuals you're putting out there, you put the money into getting it done properly.
I was thinking back at the studio, because I remember on YouTube, like going back to your studio,
Yeah.
I saw Theo Johnson's episode and there's playing like Monopoly or something.
Oh yeah, Monopoly Kings.
Yeah. Yeah, like what went into that production in terms of the equipment as well?
So that was just like, I think maybe about 4 or 5 cameras.
Okay.
And then like mics and audio, and then the space as well for like.
What program do you use to edit?
I use DaVinci. Well, I used to use Final Cut, but now for the last like a few years, I've used DaVinci Resolve.
What made you change?
I've been wanting to use it for a while because of like the color elements it has to like color your videos. It was industry grade for a while, but then in recent years they upgraded their editing side of stuff, so it's a lot easier to piece things together and stuff. And then so I switched to it, and then all of a sudden they started coming out with these AI features. So it kind of made it sticky.
Yeah.
So then it's like certain, maybe you're outside and the audio don't sound as great, and then you can put AI voice isolation on and it sounds way better.
It.
Yeah, so it's bits like that they're doing. That is, and then one of the sick things that they did is like they've got like an AI music editor in it. So literally I could put a track in it and then I could drop out like the drums.
Oh,
And it literally sounds like you've taken the stem off the Logic track.
That's
it doesn't
mad.
even sound like they've tried to take out a frequency.
Yeah.
It sounds proper. So even like the documentary's got a few things, and then it would just be playing like a melody or something, and then the drums drop in. The drums was throughout the whole track.
That's it.
I took it out in that part.
I made the remix.
Yeah. So I think that's like one. So things like that, and it's like, oh yeah, DaVinci.
So then that kind of makes me ask the question. Obviously, you've come from like a music background.
Yeah.
Is the sound editing of, when you're creating visuals, is that like an exciting part for you and that creative process?
I'd say a less exciting part than the visuals.
So,
but
okay.
it's a necessary skill because videos need good audio.
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
all the things I learned in music, doing music tech and stuff, implements into noise gate or noise isolation or compressors. I know how everything works to kind of try and get good audio.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it definitely does help. So yeah. So
And even like the way you piece things together, when you're piecing tracks of audio together, that is the same way you piece video together.
Yeah, true.
So yeah.
Similar to I just look at certain things like Logic, because you know how you just have the different bars
Yeah.
or whatever, and it's the same with like the visuals instead of it being
it's the same.
sound.
It's just doubled up, so it's like the video and then the audio.
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, we're going to draw for one of the question cards. Is it on your side? Do you want to take the first one?
This one here. Okay. So why should you start making content for your personal brand and or business?
Let you answer first.
You know what? I think when you make content, because I make content and I need to do more. I've got loads of drafts and stuff. I'm just hoarding it. But you see, like if you're an individual, a person, let's say TikTok. If I'm posting videos, people kind of get to know me, and when they find me interesting, it's drawing them to the brand. So I feel like it's a good way to get your followers up, get people in to see what you can then what you've got on your platform, what you're showcasing, and also you can network in it, catch joke, and be around like-minded individuals. So I think that's a good reason to create content yourself. You know what I mean?
I agree. What about yourself?
Yeah, the same. It's getting people to know you as a person, and content literally changed my life / game for me, because like even me starting, I think it was about a year and a half ago I started doing like content. Before that I wasn't a front of camera person. I was like I'm behind the camera. But then when I'm doing marketing for clients, I'm like, you need to be in front of camera for marketing. So it's like it's taking my own advice, and now it's like literally the first year I started doing it, I think studio bookings went up by like 37%. We've got all the on the booking forms and stuff. And then this year again it's gone up by like another 40% so far this year, and that's just from, instead of posting just random pieces of, let's say, finished content, it's the process of doing it, or what you can do in the studio. This is how you do this. And it's like people are learning, I can do that, I'd like to do something like that, and then they're just booking our space to do it, because you can book another studio but you're not sure if they're going to have this light or this attachment or this, I know everything's there because I've seen you do it, and everything's included in your studio hire.
That's true.
And then off the back of that, people are seeing it. It's wild how people seeing me breaking down how you could do this too is getting people that have no intention of ever doing it, like, let me book him to do this for me. So it's crazy how it works. And then people just knowing you, like randomly I've been walking, like I park in Drury Quarter studios closer into town. I'm walking from my car to the office and it's like, oh, yo, you're the studio guy, innit? Like,
You know that freak you out though sometimes.
at first it did a little bit, but I'm thinking, it's good in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah.
Because I went to the Black Business Show. I think last year I was filming like someone for some part of a documentary that I was doing, and then people are like, oh, you're the studio guy, I know, like, oh, I'm gonna come use the studio soon. It's just like people knowing you now, you're fresh in their mind for when they want something in that realm, they'll pick you over somebody else. And then messages are changing from, oh, I wonder how much do you charge for this? It's like, oh, you work's great, I want to use you, how much do I need to pay to book you? It's not like I'm shopping around. It's like I've already made my decision before I've even messaged you, which is true. Why content is like important for everyone. It's building personal brand and then building your company as well.
Nah, for real. And I feel like because like the type of work that you put out as well, it's like high quality, so people see that they're getting to see you, like you can make things simple for people. So again, it's like they wanna like I use that person. He's good at what he does, and he seems like a real person. So and the amount of time everyone's showing me my page, like, oh, I want something like this, and they're showing me something I've done. So it's like even something of me. So it's like they want some sort of talking head video, and they're showing me one that I've done for myself for the page kind of thing to do bits. So it's like literally just doing something of yourself can be an example of your work.
Selling point, like you're selling your services.
But without selling, because it's best not to be too selly these days.
Portfolio in it, just like this is my work, this is what I can do in it, and people are like, I like that. That's it. I want that type of look for my business. Educational
is a big part of it, I think, these days.
Facts.
Being educational, teaching people something, and then they'll come back for more, and then
because people don't realize they love learning, you know. People love learning, but they feel like if people are going out of their way to tell them things, they feel like it's belittling in, like, oh, wait, tell them what to do, why you think you can tell me this. But when you show them in a way where it's like, all right, then I've got the studio, I'm showing you, look, these are the things you can use. I see it as like, actually, I can do that too, like what you just said. Putting a face to the name, that you're putting them in you're showing them what they can achieve. I'm trying to say. So
it's little things like helping people in the studio helps me to make content, because the amount of people, like small things, because there's a lot of like people trying to do photography. Like we get a lot of professionals in, but we get some beginners as well. So it's like certain things like they've got their shutter speed wrong, so then they've got like a small bar on the side of their images where the light didn't hit, and it's just like little things like, oh, you need to just change your shutter speed kind of thing. It's like, oh, let me do a video on this.
I'm glad you brought it up, because for people that are getting into photography, I don't do photography, but I can use a camera. It takes me a while because I'm doing the settings and I'm doing little test shots. Before I know it, there's about 50 pictures I've taken, and they're all like slow and fast. I'm seeing the light. And then when I finally get my one, take about 20 pictures, memory card's full. So, can you break down like what the f-points, f-stops are, and field of depth and ISO, and for those who don't know, like layman terms, can you break that down for people?
So the simple is, three main settings on a camera: ISO, aperture, and shutter speed. So your ISO it's not exactly this, but basically how sensitive the sensor is at the time. But basically the sensor picks up light, and then the ISO is basically like an amplifier in music. Like it's basically just turning that up. So, but if you turn it up too much, you get noise. When you got speakers and you had a buzz in the background, you turned it up too high, that's the noise on the image. So if you have that, the camera's native ISO, that's when it's the cleanest. So you just keep it on the native as much as you can.
What do you mean by the native for those that don't know?
Every camera has an ISO where it's going to get the cleanest image.
Okay.
So you just literally ChatGPT, I have a Sony or a Canon this, what is the native or base ISO? And it will tell you what to keep it on.
Okay.
And you just keep it on that ISO, you'll get a clean image. Aperture is the iris in the front of the lens opening and closing to let more light in. So you literally can just use that to let more light in. If it's very low, then when you get the blurry background, you'll get that. If you don't want that, then you can move it higher to not get that. But it doesn't hugely affect your image apart from the bokeh in the background and where's in focus. Just set that appropriately. And then shutter speed is obviously how much time the shutter's open for. So if you've got like a 1 second exposure, like if you see some of the pictures on my page, it's like almost like you can see the light streak or blur. Like some pictures you want that, some pictures you don't. So you keep it higher, maybe like 160 if you're using flashes, 200 if you're not. and you freeze that image. And then video has a bit of a different way to set up. Same with ISO, same with aperture, but the shutter speed should be like 180 shutter angle, or if you're using the more photography setting, it's like basically double what your frame rate is. So if you're shooting in 25 frames per second like we do in the UK, then your shutter speed should be at 1/50th, and then that's how motion just looks natural and normal.
Yeah, I can remember learning all of this in college, man. It's just taking me back. But because I don't use cameras as much, it's like every time I hear it again, it's like, oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Are you against like people using the automatic function?
I'm not against it. If you're just starting out and you need to use content, do what you need to do. Use your iPhone. iPhones are actually very good cameras. So yeah, use your iPhone.
Heard that some films have even been shot on them recently as well, innit?
Yeah, so they have, but they kind of, it's true, and some, they use the iPhone with the camera, but then sometimes they attach lenses on, and then lighting is more important than the camera a lot of the times as well. So if you haven't set up your lighting correctly, you can use a £5,000 camera and you'll still get a good image.
In regards to lighting, alright, because you know, I see photo shoots and you can have natural light and you can have like artificial light.
Yeah.
What's the best, like, how would you determine?
I think it's preference. Yeah, it's preference. The natural light is great, but you can't control it as much. Yeah. And then when you're indoors, obviously you don't get much natural light. Maybe you have a one window here or there, but it's just literally controlling it to get different effects and get a different vibe. Yeah.
So you know when you have people out doing shoots outside and have that silver circle thing? Like what's that for? Like is that just to like bounce the light onto the person?
Yeah, that's literally just bouncing the sunlight off it back onto the person. Okay. Yeah.
Because I always see that, you know, when you see BTS and certain photo shoots at the outside, you always see that one person having to hold
the reflector.
Yeah. Have you ever been that person that's had to hold that like throughout your journey?
Yeah. So again, like because I got my business partner, sometimes I help him out, like either recording his behind the scenes or on a shoot if he needs it. And yeah, back in the day, I would hold the reflector when we're out and about. Yeah.
With your business partner, would you say like what would you say? Together, you've come together as one.
Yeah.
Like, what would you say? He's more into photography. You're more so into video, or is it?
So we both do both. So our visual work, we do it separate. So I do the clickgraphy, and the click visuals, and his is Just Jones. And then we both own Illimitable Spaces, the studio.
Okay.
So we do our visual work separately, and then we own the studio together. But again, like when I need extra video people, extra photographers, he's one of the people I call on to. Yeah.
You feel like you're always learning when it comes to like doing like using lighting and stuff.
Yes, I think it's learning, but I think you can get to a stage where you know more than enough to get what you want. But there's always little tweaks and new things coming out where you can do things easier.
The reason I'm asking for that is because I've got a brethren who's got a studio called the studio's Tone Set Studios. My brethren see it.
Oh yeah.
I've seen some of his content now.
Yeah.
And he's like, he used like a big light and he's bounced it off the floor.
Yeah.
And he was in his reel. He's like telling people how he's learning. He's like, yo, I've bounced it off the floor and it's gave me this kind of shot.
Yeah.
So that's the only reason I'm asking. You see, like with the equipment, do you think there's a piece of photography equipment that people think is the go-to but it's overrated? Do you think there's some equipment that you don't even need?
I'd say off the top of my head, it would be ridiculously expensive cameras.
Okay.
I think there's some cameras out there that if you're making loads of money off XYZ, it can be nice to have, and it's like a few % better than the lower camera. But again, like I'd say like pound for pound at the moment, I like the Sony A7C II. I've got one of those. Great quality. Like literally, there's nothing you can't do on it. Okay. But then you can get like the FX3, the FX6, which is like more expensive. They're better in low light, but again, it varies. If I'm shooting something where I need ridiculously low light for some reason, I can just hire that for the day.
What type of lenses do you need in like a studio space? Because I've seen some lenses, and they cost the same amount as cars, like $5 for a lens. Come on.
Yeah. So again, you don't need. I would say it's good to have good lenses, but you don't need the ridiculously expensive ones.
Are they more for like when you take pictures of insects and all that kind of stuff?
Kind of that, or like a lot of sports stuff, so like football, F1, because they zoom a lot further. Stuff like that, and then maybe shooting at night, so you need a lower aperture to let more light into the camera. But again, if you can get a decent lens, it's not like Sony has or Canon, they have their expensive lenses, but you can go to brands like Sigma or Tamron, and they do very similar lenses with good glass for much cheaper. So it's, I would say, especially starting out, I wouldn't even be looking at the G Master or the Canon hour lenses. I'd look for Tamron, Sigma, get those and get what you need. You need like some sort of zoom lens if you're in events, a nice medium, and then like a wide angle lens, so you can, if you're in a small space. And then after that, once you've got that, then you can be like, oh, I've got random money lying about, let me splurge on a more expensive one, but it's not absolutely needed.
So I've heard of Sigma before. They're like they work on a lot of different cameras, and they make it for that reason. You see, like when you're doing like a photo shoot, you've got your expertise side where you're showcasing your skills for your client. Do you feel like has there ever been a time where you have to kind of go beyond the camera? And when I say that, I mean like, you know, people aren't confident, or like, have you had to make it more of a pleasant experience for them?
In terms of
through like the process, or
of what they're doing,
make them loosen up.
So when I'm doing photo shoots for certain people, like business people or whatever, they're not models, so it's kind of, you have to like show them how to pose, or do this, do that, or like that kind of thing. That kind of, and it's doing content. People, if you're not used to being in front of camera, once the camera starts recording, it's like, what was I meant to say again?
Stage fright, innit?
Yeah, so it's just like, talk through it, just calm, go like this. And then certain people I do content for, it's like, obviously they're an expert in this space, so they're like, maybe, I don't know, like a personal trainer or finance person, and it's like, the RYBDs, and I'm like, you're doing content to bring in new clientele, they don't know what XYZ means. Just simple. I need to understand it. I don't understand what you do fully. So if I understand it, the person you're going for is going to understand it. Or you could be like, oh no, I'm going for expert people kind of thing. Then you can implement that image. So you need to kind of find who your target audience is, and then aim for that target audience.
Do you get frustrated with certain clients? And the reason I'm going to ask this is because I've been on like a video shoot before, and everyone just posted up, man, they have goofy bags. And it looks good, but then you have like the cameraman and his partner, and he's just there like, energy, and then everyone's going, oh man. Do you get frustrated when people just don't respond to the energy, and you feel like it's a waste of time when they're not interacting?
I've never really had that. I think when I direct people, they tend to
get involved.
Because everyone's there for the same reason, really. Everyone's there because we want to promote this, we want to make this look good. So everyone's always quite happy to take direction and do stuff.
That's the benefit from making the content then, because they already see what the results are.
Yeah.
So whatever you say, they're paying money, they're listening to you. So it's a good reaching back to the content thing. But we're gonna go on to the quick fires.
Quick fire. We ain't done the topic thingy.
Draw for the topic card now.
Shooting content one. So obviously we spoke about shooting content. So do you feel like it matters the type of equipment you have for shooting content, whether it's just a phone, if you got a camera, if you got a DJI? Like, what would you say for someone coming into the content game? What would you advise them shooting content?
So I would just start with your phone. Yeah, if you got a phone, just start shooting with your phone. Cameras on phones are great these days. And if you want to upskill yourself a bit, then you can start like color grading your phone footage, which is good because iPhone. So there's an app called the Blackmagic Camera app on your iPhone.
Okay.
And it allows you to adjust your settings like you would on a camera.
Oh, sick. I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
So
you can film in that, and then that will give you like better quality footage from the camera. And then you can shoot in a format called log, which is like, I'm not sure if you've ever seen like footage, and it's like grey kind of, and the colours. That's so it retains all the information, or as much of the information as possible, so you can grade it to how you want.
Okay.
So then you can say you move on from that, you can shoot on your phone, on your iPhone in log, then grade it and make it look much better. And then once you get to that point, then you can be like, okay, now let me get a proper camera kind of thing. And I think audio is a big one as well. I think even before the grading stuff, get like a DJI mic or Hollyland mic and stuff, so your audio is clean.
Clean audio, yeah, I agree, because I feel like it makes a big difference. You know, when you're watching content and someone's got a mic and you can hear them clearly, it's like it's a lot better than trying to hear through everything else that's going on.
I had to rejig my DJ. I've got the little ones that you can clip on.
Yeah,
and it sounded really quiet.
Okay, yeah. So that's probably the level on the thing you need to turn up.
Yeah, with the transmitter as well.
Yeah,
I'll just turn them on up, bro.
But you don't want it to be distorted as well.
You know, you just get until you get to the top of it. I just thought,
yeah, because I think even it being a little bit too low is better than it being distorted. Because the lowness you can raise the volume and then put something like a voice isolation on it to get rid of the background noise. Whereas when it's distorted, it's like the file's gone kind of thing, or starting to pop and stuff.
Yeah, man. They keep bringing out new ones though, and it's making me think like, is my one not as good?
Nah, to be fair, a lot of them are good these days.
That's what
I prefer Hollyland because they're cheaper than the DJIs.
What do they look like?
They're just little boxes again with clips and stuff.
I've seen a few, and I want to know what.
Yeah, so all the Hollyland have got some of the circle ones as well, but I've got basically one that can clip on. So I like those. Got to do interviews and documentaries and stuff. Like it's literally like a small footprint. You don't have to have like a massive thing on you there. But then they've got bigger ones as well. So yeah, but again, like depending on what content you're doing, if you're doing like a film or something, you want to hide the mic. But if you're doing some sort of content for something, just slap the mic right on the front of your chest. Because when you start, because the best audio you're gonna get is here. But then it's like, oh, now you're making trade-offs. So it's like, oh, I want the mic hidden in this, so you're gonna put it there. The audio is not gonna be as good, but it's gonna be hidden, and then you can do bits and bobs or use a shotgun mic, so it's off. But again, that's further away from you, so it's just trade-offs of what you want to get. But if you're just starting out doing content, just slap it on the front of your chest to get the cleanest audio.
When I did like these little videos on Insta, I had like a little tiny one. It's like an Amazon special, like £7.
Oh, okay.
I haven't told it to my mouth like this before. I don't want
so the cheap ones, I'd stay away from the cheap ones because like the price of good technology has come down a lot in recent years. So straight go for DJI or Hollyland. I've used both of those and they're great. But yeah, the cheap ones where it's like it's like a $5 for this mic. There's a reason that mic's a $5.
You get me? I still got my cheap mics right now. I do need to upgrade, so I ain't gonna lie, but it's just doing what it needs to do for now. But
and I've got another new mic's got like noise cancellation for the background stuff. So like literally the audio coming straight from the mic is good enough just to use. Yeah.
Now there's loads now. Like you said, like a lot of these kind of technologies in price have dropped down. So
and it's the same with cameras. Like I'm a Sony guy. I got a lot of Sony cameras, but like it's going to be hard to find a bad camera these days. You buy a phone, good camera. The smaller Sony's, Canons, they do good video. So it's more about the lighting and your color grading and the actual content you're doing.
Yeah, I feel like everything's a lot more accessible now. That's why everyone is able to do a lot more compared to back in the day where you just have the one or two photographers.
Yeah.
Now a lot more people can be creative because the price points are a lot better now.
And that's where my business mind kicks in, because that's what I'm part creative, part business. So it's like, oh, how can I create a business and a living off this? So I've got the studio where obviously like most photographers, it just don't make sense in having their own studio. You just all the money you could be making and spending on equipment or making you work better, you're spending on rent. So it just don't make sense. So it's like, oh, I can, because I've got the space, I can rent it out to them, make a bit of income off that. Then I rent out my equipment as well. So it's like there's a guy that maybe comes in a few times a month and he does like interviews and stuff, but he's got one camera and a lens, so he's booking the space off me, and then he's renting a camera and a lens off me as well for the second angle. It's like maybe once a month, like every few months, he need like, why have a few grand tied up in a camera when you can just rent it for that when you need it? Because all this other work, you don't need two cameras, so it makes sense. Like, let me use this money to do something else and just rent that camera.
I suppose the benefits of renting is you don't have to be walking across the town centre like £3,000 worth of equipment in your pocket. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's already there. It's a benefit of renting the equipment. You know what I'm saying?
What kind of tips would you give someone that want to shoot content?
Like what we normally say, innit? You can do it on your phone. You get me, the iPhones, like in £1,000 camera. I mean, after like a year, they go down to like 300 quid. I don't know how that works. You've got the stuff here, you can put it in 4K, just practice. Practice makes perfect.
So a tripod as well is helpful.
Yeah, you don't even have to get the most expensive tripod. Obviously, if you're doing you're on location and you're doing video on that, you do have to get more of a heavy duty one just because of like wind and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But if you're in your bedroom doing a little reel, you know, Amazon special,
but again, when it comes to the prices of stuff as well, I think that's why it's good to find your people in your industry that do similar things. Because like with me and my business partner coming up, like you're like, oh, do we want to test this light from China that we're not sure if it's going to work or not? But maybe you're thinking, oh, I spent £100 on it. But if it's two of you and you're only spending £50 on it, you can test it, and then it's like, oh, this light actually works very well. And then I can buy a few of those kind of thing. And even with the more expensive equipment, because I've got my cameras, he's got his cameras, and then we own a few cameras and lights and stuff together as well. And it's like, okay, I need more this day, or he can just borrow my camera. And like having that like community kind of vibe can help everybody.
Yeah, it's true. Like, how would you guide someone where, let's say, they're scared to like do work with other people? Like, let's say you and your partner have got cameras that you brought together. Like, do you have anything in place where, let's say, there was a dispute, like where that camera would go?
Now, so again, the thing is like, let's say if we would just either sell it or whatever the market rate for it is, like, oh, no, I want it, so I'll just pay you half of whatever it would sell for, or just sell it and just take off. But yeah,
I think because it's like when you are in business with people, sometimes it's like just knowing and being able to communicate or having an agreement beforehand. So no matter what happens, like, well, not saying it is going to go down that way, but
I think it's just a thought process of taking risks, because everyone out there has probably had a girlfriend or a boyfriend before and it didn't go to plan or whatever, but it's going to be alone for the rest of your life. Like,
it's true.
You have to just take a risk.
Do what you need to do. It's true.
So it's like find a friend that he does similar thing to you, and maybe don't start with a camera. Maybe just start with little things like, oh, you need this light, or let's just buy the light together and we can just use it for our things. And you can build up a lot quicker that way.
It's just about trust as well, isn't it? It's like some people are scared to trust. Like, end of the day, if you're going into a business with someone, you're gonna have to have some type of trust there. But then if you are unsure about anything, you just put whatever you need to put in place to cover it, depending if people do feel scared to go into business with other people.
But sometimes everyone can't always do everything. There's other people that are better at this than you. And so it's just like if two people put their heads together or four people put their heads together, everyone can get a lot more done. I mean, that's the whole great premise that I love about like marketing and business, is that 1 + 1 can literally equal 5.
Nah, it's true. It just makes a big difference, because obviously you've probably done a lot of things by yourself, and you're not like, oh, if I had someone just to help me just do this small bit, it would just free up so much time. Because that's what it's about. When you have a team, it's like you can, it frees up a lot more time, and it gives more access to other things to be done at the same time as well. So
it could be a lot harder to have the studio and run the studio if I was doing it by myself. So having a business partner in that makes costs cheaper. It makes time cheaper because you got the time back for certain things. So I think tribe is just the most important thing. And then again, my friend Theo, like the reason I've been in Dubai and Miami and Tennessee is because he's like, oh, I want to do this thing. He's done it. He's like, oh, so who do I know that I can get to do this? And he's like, oh, obviously I already know them. We've been working together for years. So then he uses it, so then everybody gets to win off everybody's things.
Nah, that's love, man. And that's what it's all about. It's just like when you're growing as a person, in whatever you're doing, you want to bring your people with you. Like, yo, well, this is here. Come, let's do this together.
And it makes things.
Facts.
You have to try and stay away from like lazy people. But
it's true.
But it made things way more fun, because when I'm in Dubai and America and stuff, and I'm with the guys. So it's like it's just like a lads holiday that we're working and we're having fun. So it's like, what if
it's a win-win.
It could be fun if I was with randoms, but it wouldn't be as fun.
Yeah. Different because you got a bigger history in it.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, for you now, what would you say? What's your future plans? What are you planning to do moving forward with yourself, business?
So business-wise, hopefully eventually I'd like to get a larger studio space, so I can get like multiple studios running at the same time. And maybe another location as well for the studio. And then work-wise, I want to get a lot more into documentaries and doing that kind of stuff. I watch loads of documentaries, so I'd like to do more documentary films.
What's your favorite documentary?
Or niche, what type of genre?
Not specific genre. Like, I'm not a fan of crime documentaries and stuff. That's just not
the killings and that.
I know girls like that
Yeah,
stuff.
trust
I'm not a huge fan of it. I like just like documentary into AI or this like certain subjects and science and things like that. Yeah, just random stuff. Sociology. So like like the social media documentaries at the moment, how it's affecting people, and you get a lot of information and you can use it for other things as well. Yeah. I just know a bunch of random facts. 90% of them may not help me, but 10% of them do help me move certain direction and things.
So it wouldn't really make sense you watching Pablo Escobar cocaine heist or anything.
I did watch Narcos as well. I did.
I was thinking you don't like Narcos.
Yeah, but like you can take things from certain people, how the organizations run, how they're trying to get certain things, and it's like. It's weird because even though obviously certain things are illegal and stuff, you can still learn things from it because the get up and go attitude of somebody like a Pablo Escobar was certain to be like, I know this guy here that could get something from there to there, but then so I'm trying to make money, and I know this person here that can, and how you're just fitting all these parts together. Yeah, and it's just do that, but with something legal. Please with something legal. So, yeah.
No, it's true. I feel like, and that's when I speak to some people, it's like you're doing all this running about, but let's take our industry for instance. A lot of people doing a little run up and down just for like £300, like where you could make that from just one shoot or just one little job, and you at home chilling. Yeah, you get me. But again, obviously everyone's circumstances are different, so it's just that.
Yeah, but, everyone grows up in different. Yeah, I've been very lucky I've got brilliant parents that I've not had to kind of worry about them kind of thing. They're just like, they've been there as like a stable unit. So from young, I could just go off and do what I wanted to do because I didn't have to think about things that some people have to think about. So I've been lucky in a lot of senses, and even making decisions. Like I remember like, what even maybe like pushed me even onto the path of like I wanted to do business and that kind of stuff, because in school I would like sell CDs and DVDs and like tuck shop and stuff like that, like buy stuff and take it into school and sell it. So I've always had that kind of thing, but it's like obviously now you're going into the big people, or it's like what do you do? And I remember there was one day when like after certain like parents' evening and stuff, and my dad like would be driving home and we'll sit in the car for like hour and a half, and it'd be like literally. But I remember one of the latter ones when I was doing the photography and music stuff. He was like, "You're young, like just go for it, and if it don't work out, like you got a bed in the house, there's food in the fridge, like where you gonna fall? There's nowhere to fall to." So it's like just try it.
Yeah, your dad is that type of person. Big up man like Rani, sorry. But like, it's just like hearing those kind of talks, it's like that just changes your whole mindset. Like, I don't need to worry. I just need to do as much as I can with what I enjoy doing. And if it doesn't work, I know.
Yeah, at least you've tried.
There you go. It's all about trying.
It's about finding it like enjoyment in what you're doing as well, because if I could have went down a different path, I could have went to university and then done other things, and I know just the type of person I am, I wouldn't be as happy in life, because I just like the agency of being able to say no to things and like doing the variety of things that I do.
So just touching on that, obviously you spoke about uni. What was your educational?
I did up to sixth form.
Okay.
Yeah, sixth form college, and when I left sixth form, then I just started working. And
what did you do at sixth form? Was it anything to do with creative industry or
ICT, music technology, business, and economics?
Okay.
Yeah.
So again, people, another person who hasn't went to college or uni, but
so sixth form is college in this country. Anyway.
Well, I mean to like doing what you're doing now, like videography, and you didn't do
and
it.
And like I've worked with people that went into certain things, and it's like a lot of them, like if they're not doing things outside of uni, a lot of them, no offense, are kind of useless in real world situations, because in uni you're getting like there's like a semester or something, so you're getting like 3 or 6 months to make this like 30-second video, and it's like Bro,
That's not how
if
it
you work in a
works in
marketing
real
company, like the client called us on Monday and we needed this thing by like Thursday. So you need to think of the idea, shoot it, and get it them and out in like a few days. It's like you ain't got 6 months to think about this
Nah,
video.
uni don't make you ready for the real world at all, man. Like, well, for my personal experience, anyway, I don't think uni.
So what you say? You got student loan to pay?
Yeah.
Jealous. Jealous. Down that road, though. Trust me.
Yeah, but again, everyone's different. Like, especially if you want to do something, because especially if you don't know what you want to do at that time. I think rather than doing nothing, probably going to uni is better than not doing anything.
Yeah.
But if you kind of know what you want to do, you can try and go down a path that you want to go down, and things just randomly happen. Like, again, initially it was like music and producing and stuff, and then it's like, oh no, this video, and then it's like, oh, from photography, taking photography at prom, it's like, oh, making advertisements and doing marketing for companies, and it's just
Everything just changed, so it's just part of the journey, innit?
Yeah.
Sometimes you never know. We're gonna go into the quick fire round. So, Sony or Canon?
Sony.
RAW or JPEG?
RAW.
Lightroom or Photoshop?
Lightroom, if I can't say nothing.
Presets or manual edits?
Manual.
Dodge and burn or filters?
Filters.
Wacom tablet or mouse?
Mouse.
Natural retouch or full edit?
Full edit.
One click fix or detailed layers?
And one click fix.
Color grading or black and white?
Color grading.
Fast edits or perfect edits?
Fast edits.
Thank you. But yeah, big love for coming down.
No problem.
Like,
It's my
keep up the
pleasure.
good work and keep sharing your work. Like, I keep telling creatives, it's all about sharing your work. As Tashan said here today, like, the more he shared his work and what he's doing, it's changed his business and the bookings that he's been getting. So keep sharing your work. It's very important. But we're gonna sign off.
Yeah, man. One thing I would say, where can people catch you? So if they want to contact you for bookings for work,
Yeah.
what are your socials?
Yeah, so Click Visuals for marketing, Click Graphy for any photo work, illimitable spaces if you're a creative and need a studio or space for podcasting, photo studio, video studio, that kind of thing, or meeting room hire as well. And then new to the YouTube channel, but yeah, Tashan Illimitable, where I post like longer form of the behind the scenes of shoots and educational content, but it's more longer form. So it's like you'll get more of the nuance from the longer videos than the
Short,
cuts.
quick edits.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Alright then, well, like I said again, sponsors, if you do want to sponsor the podcast and promote your brand, there's the email at the bottom of the screen. Yeah, you know what to do, just get in contact with us and we'll have a conversation. Tashan, again, thank you for coming on the podcast. Everybody, make sure you follow our socials as well. You know what they are. If you don't, you'll see on the outro. But yeah, man, thank you for coming back. And for myself, a designer, to leave it out.